Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. What?
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match.
Gosh, that's amazing. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay, we understand. But you don't need to be scared.
Sorry, I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something. Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like... to think that lowlife's been... At least his soul can finally...
If only I'd...
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? This show will be a special...
In Caesar's honor.
Great, we'll see you tomorrow evening.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss... Wait. Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not. Linny changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Linny tomorrow evening.
Over here!
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's magic shows!
Not this time. My brother's going, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all.
Wow!
Thank you all so much for coming.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So you two...
Well, children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally and somehow
Aw, that's...
it was with a flower.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is that right? After all, you never know when the...
That's right. Paimon doesn't
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their... But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow?
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief intermission. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid this is a big mistake for a magician to make.
Lenny? Don't have Lynette accuse Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel.
All in good time. Magicians are good.
Really?
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar.
So,
Being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you, but I just have one question. You seem to...
Don't worry, Lorenzo's... But I never believed that he was the Weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of...
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a Caesar was maligned and hated. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady...
wait. So you mean... But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in you having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent answer.
Is that right?
As a matter of fact, why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value?
Of course. After all, if I had to guess, I would say that the... left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink, and this was her only source of happiness in life. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time... this was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. I detest that I will rob them of everything they hold to be...
That's some...
Does this story
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you.
Huh. That's because without that, none of...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom... Linny? Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves. Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe.
10 years ago? Wait. Oh, I get it. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what?
We remember all our debts. How 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, but we did not forget.
And? What exactly?
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies, I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed.
What are you trying?
I'm saying, for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his... He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep, but that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on...
Gather round, one and all. The time has... I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. But we have now learned that Caesar was wrong.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you...
Lenny, you two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secret. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Linny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and...
what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough.
All right. Well...
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's all right. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was
How could he possibly have...
How mysterious. I didn't blink one.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was... Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't...
Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, yeah, that's probably it. All right, let's...
Zip on up!
Are you all right? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secret, but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves. But without proper guidance from a professional magician...
So that's why you sought
Yes. We figured there was no harm in all, we only spent 10 short days together, but For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn... But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips. Trust is a beautiful thing.
Linny.
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Heart. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that night, I remember to keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so
Yeah, we've had to say our fair share of delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kinda make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. Life has taken plenty from us like it did from Gemma. That's why the darkness never consumed me and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but Alright. Time to lighten the...
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma. What?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decided.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of some...
Oh, all right then. I'll give it... Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your...
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different, but more importantly, Paimon hasn't.
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to...
Fine.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you.
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird to... Let's head to the Steambird's office.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today.
Oh, please, Linny, I'll only take a moment.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was... But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancé...
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time.
Okay then. Wait. Oh, I remember now. You and quickfire question. Where did you all go after?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private... Actually, glad you mentioned it, because
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, I just,
What the... This is getting pretty...
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, apparently one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Loren. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the...
Lynette?
Don't worry, I wasn't angry.
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both, Paimon.
Please, take good care of that rainbow. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
And voila!